AITA for kicking my husband out after discovering his secret online life? I'm a 46-year-old woman, and my husband is 51. We've been together for 22 years. For most of that time, I thought we had a strong marriage. Sure, we've had our ups and downs like any couple, but I always believed we were in this together. Lately, though, something has shifted. Over the past few months, I've noticed my husband being more secretive. It started with his phone. He always seems glued to it, and anytime I walk into the room while he's texting, he quickly hides the screen or turns it face down. I'm not someone who naturally jumps to conclusions, so at first, I didn't think too much of it. But then, when I casually asked who he was texting, he got defensive, almost angry. "You're so suspicious," he'd say. "You're acting crazy. Why don't you trust me?" I brushed it off, telling myself I was overthinking. I've never been the type to pry, but his reaction planted a seed of doubt in my mind. And once that seed was there, it started to grow. One night, everything came crashing down. I woke up in the middle of the night, couldn't even tell you why, and saw his phone sitting on the bedside table. I felt a pang of curiosity, then guilt. I told myself I was being paranoid, but something in my gut wouldn't let me go back to sleep. So, I picked up his phone. I don't know what I expected to find. Maybe I thought I'd open it, see nothing suspicious, and feel silly for doubting him. Instead, what I found shattered me. The first message I saw was from a 25-year-old woman. He told her he loved her. He was asking her for pictures and videos, things I won't even repeat here because they make me sick to think about. My hands were shaking as I scrolled further. There were DMs to multiple women, some I recognized from his past, and others I'd never heard of. And the accounts he was using? I didn't even know they existed. He'd been hiding whole parts of his online life from me. In that moment, something in me broke. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just shut down. I got out of bed, went to the closet, and started folding his clothes. I needed to do something, anything, to keep myself from falling apart. When he woke up and saw me packing his things, he looked confused. "What are you doing?" he asked. I didn't say a word. I just handed him his phone. The color drained from his face. He knew. At first, he tried to explain. "It's just flirting," he said, his voice panicked. "You don't understand. It's harmless." But when I didn't respond, his tone changed. He started yelling at me, accusing me of being insecure and crazy. He said I was overreacting, that it wasn't real cheating because it wasn't physical. For some context, he hasn't worked in 15 years. I've been the sole provider for our family, covering every expense while he stayed home. I've always done it without complaint because I loved him and believed we were a team. But now, I felt like a fool. I told him I was done. I told him he needed to leave. He started pleading with me, saying he had nowhere to go, no one else to turn to. I told him that wasn't my problem. He's a grown man, not my child. And then, just when I thought he couldn't hurt me more, he called me a fat crazy B*TCH for throwing away 22 years of marriage. That was the moment I knew I couldn't forgive him. I told him he could stay on the front porch until he figured out where to go. It's an enclosed space. Not as cold as outside, but not exactly comfortable either. I knew it was harsh, but I couldn't bear to have him in the house with me. Update. Thank you to everyone who commented and sent messages. Your kindness has been a lifeline. When I got home from work, he was still on the porch. To clarify, it's more like a mudroom. Chilly, but not unbearable. I let him in so he could eat, use the bathroom, and talk. He started apologizing again. He said he wouldn't do it anymore, that he didn't mean to hurt me. He begged me to think about our history together, to consider the good times. He said I was throwing away 22 years over something that wasn't physical. But this time, his words didn't sway me. I pulled up his messages again, the ones I'd read the night before, and began reading them out loud. I got about halfway through before I broke down crying. I couldn't help it. The betrayal felt so raw, so personal. I looked at him through my tears and said, You knew this was the one thing I could never forgive." His response? He called me a bitch and said he hated me. Hearing those words from him, after everything I've done for him, was like a dagger to my chest. But in a strange way, it also gave me clarity. I told him I'd posted our situation on Reddit and began reading some of your comments to him. I read the ones from married men who said they'd never treat their wives this way. I read the ones from women who've been in similar situations, who told me I'm not overreacting. And yes, I even read the funny ones calling him a splendid daddy. By the time I finished, I felt stronger. I told him he needs to figure out where he's going because I want him out by Friday. He tried to apologize again, but I'm done listening. I deserve better than this. I took his phone away, so at least he can't use it to contact anyone else while he's still here. And as painful as all of this is, I feel like I'm finally taking control of my life. I won't lie, I'm miserable. I've spent over 2 decades loving this man, building a life with him. And now it feels like I'm losing everything. But deep down, I know I'm making the right choice. Thank you to everyone who took the time to comment, message, or just read my story. You've helped me find the strength to stand my ground.